What's going on, everybody? It's Homage. We are here at 20K subs. So I just wanted to do a quick Q&A for you guys. Thought this would be a really cool opportunity for you guys to get to know me a little bit more, especially as my audience starts growing. Before I get into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much. It's been really awesome to see the growth of my channel and see the same people leaving comments, likes, and just checking back in on the daily uploads. I think that's been really cool. It's like the same people over and over, always checking in. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, let's get into the Q&A. All right, so first question is from Jesus Montoya. He says, I got my laptop right here, so I'm looking over at it. He says, will you be doing any in real life videos soon? How long are you going to still daily upload? As far as in real life videos, here I am. I think this is like my second video ever. A long time ago, I used to do a few beat making videos, but I think I took those down. So this is like my second video. Some of you probably like, oh my gosh. And I definitely want to do some more vlogging, some like travel stuff with my beats, and try to find a way to make this channel more so like all encompassing as a YouTube channel, not just beats, although that's what I do. So we'll see. And then as far as the daily uploads, yes, I'm going to keep doing the daily uploads for as long as I possibly can, because this is my job, this is my income, and I'm very thankful for that, and just truly grateful. So yes, I'm going to keep doing uploads. Next question, where do you live? Who is your favorite rapper? Which rapper bodied one of your beats? When did you start making beats? Wow. Okay, first of all, where do you live? I currently live in a suburb of Chicago. Like I just previously said, my wife and I are moving to Skopje, Macedonia in September, which is super dope. Who is your favorite rapper? That's such a ridiculous question. Let me just say, I'll say top three, in no particular order: Nas, Jay-Z, and probably Common. That's my personal top three. I'm not saying they're the best. That's just my personal. I would say like probably number one for me though is Common. Which rapper bodied one of your beats? There's a few actually. My guy, he used to go by Catalyst. He goes by Torrent C now. He's dropping a project soon. He's like one of the first people that like took one of my beats that I made 3 years ago, and when I heard it, I was just like, I was freaking out. I was like, this is crazy dope. Another guy I've been working with, Eric Will, has killed a ton of my beats. He has a project. We have a project coming soon. Kid Sykes says, hey G, you got any drum kits? Not right now. I have my own drum kits that I built for myself, but I haven't released anything, and the reason being, when I release a drum kit, I feel like there's a lot of recycled drum kits, so when I release something, I want it to be like completely unique and completely true to my style. Next one, what race are you? Not that it matters. Well, thank you. Glad it doesn't matter. I am white. Next question. Darius Brown says, may I use this please? Okay. I'm gonna take like 2 seconds and just put this out there. If it says free, you can use it. Please read the description. I get like this comment almost every day, and I get emails, hey man, I found this, blah, 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 can I use it? Yes, just read the description. Save me some time, save yourself some time. That's why I do this. Read the description, use the beat, give me credit, we're good. How long did it take you to get to a point where you could complete multiple quality beats in a day? Probably 2 or 3 years. Once I decided like, hey, this is what I want to do for my career, then this like switch kind of flipped in my head, and once I started making money like every day, selling beats every day, it kind of flipped a switch in my head. It's like, okay, I gotta really pour into this. So yeah, about 2 to 3 years. Culture Vibes Media Group says, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what are common mistakes it comes to producing, which some may not necessarily view as a mistake? So in 5 years, I see myself dominating YouTube. To be just completely honest, I see my channel at like completely blown up, like 300,000 subscribers plus. That's just like going to be a tribute to my hustle. You know, if you're familiar with the way YouTube works, it's just a snowball. Eventually I want to break into the industry. It's tough right now because I don't really have a lot of connections, but the cool thing is I'm making an income doing what I love, and that was my main goal. So yeah, that's a good question. What are common mistakes when it comes to producing, some which you may not necessarily view as a mistake? Let me just give one quick answer. I think the #1 common mistake is being afraid to copy. Yes, I said it. Okay, so when you first start with a craft, some people get so shook up and they get frozen because they want to be so unique, they want to be so original. The problem is when you first start out, you might have ideas and you might have like that creative ability somewhere in here, but the problem is you don't have the means of like translating that into a song. For example, like when you first open like a DAW, digital audio workstation, for those that aren't aware, when you first open that up, you don't know what the heck is going on, and you might have an idea, but you don't know how to translate that into the exact sound. So I think a big common mistake is like people, they might have their like standard really high, even though they just started. So for example, they might be trying to make beats like Dilla, right? Who's my favorite producer. So they're trying to make beats like Dilla, who's on like level 100. They just opened up and they're just starting. They're at like level 1 or 2, right? So this is their standard and they're trying to get up to this standard and they're comparing everything to that standard. Stop comparing yourself to that standard and just know that if you put the work in and if you truly want to become great, put the work in and just be patient with yourself. Be patient. Emulate your favorites, and eventually over time you're gonna develop your own style. Don't be so afraid to like copy somebody and do it over and over, because if you do it the right way, you're eventually gonna develop your own style. So yeah, don't be afraid to like take ideas from people. Just take ideas from a lot of different people and combine them and make them into your own. I feel like I could do a whole video on that. But anyways, that's probably my #1. Picasso Beats asks, what do you use to mix and master your beats? I do everything in Ableton Live. I know a lot of the hip hop community uses FL Studio. From day one, I've used Ableton Live. So I've just stuck with that and I've learned how to use it really well. I know some people will like bounce their stuff to Pro Tools. Where I'm at right now, I can master everything in Ableton Live. My favorite plugin for mastering is, I always get that confused, Isotope Ozone. It's a great mastering plugin to add just that finishing touch to your beats. Jug Plays asked a few questions here. He said, do you plan on collaborating with other people producers? I would recommend Josh A. I don't know who Josh A is, but I will check him out. Yeah, I plan on collaborating with other people. Right now, I just try to let that happen genuinely. Usually, if I find something like I need it to give me goosebumps, or I need it to like really just like inspire me like crazy for me to want to like reach out to somebody, rap on a free beat if you don't have money, and then if you really like the song, buy a beat for me if you want to collaborate. Like, it's that simple. I put out so much free content that at the end of the day, if you buy a $20 beat, it's not that much. What other inspirations do you bring into your beats other than music? Like, usually when I make beats, I try to capture a feeling or a vibe. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be music driven. It could be from like a TV show, from something I experienced, just like life in general, just experiencing life. Traveling is a big one for me, especially in this next journey. Like, we're gonna be traveling a lot, and that's gonna be just like my best beats ever are gonna be made in the next couple months. I'm just putting that out there. Next question, Joey C. What inspired you to make beats? How long have you been producing beats? What are some of your favorite producers? I've already answered 2 of those, but I guess I'll just answer the last one. Some of my favorite producers when I first started making beats, my favorite producer, and still his favorite producer of all time, was Jay Dilla. Another producer, I would say like another producer when I first started that I really tried to emulate was Alchemist. When he dropped that project, the Albert Einstein project with Prodigy, R.I.P. Prodigy, I heard that project and I had just started making beats then, and it just like blew my mind, and I wanted every single beat of mine to like sound like something Prodigy would rap over on that album. So obviously you gotta go with Dre, Dr. Dre, DJ Premier. Let's talk about like modern though. Like right now, I would say like probably my favorite producer is Illmind. He just keeps it so real, and he gives a lot of information back to the producer community. So shouts out to Illmind, Cardiac Flatline, and then Cardo Got Wangs. I know you've heard that tag. So yeah, those three are probably like my top three like right now. Next question from Common Courtesy. Oh, shouts out my guy here. This guy goes crazy on every single one of my comments. Big Homage question or questions would be, how do you juggle living life and still putting out high quality beats every day? How do you just sit down do you just sit down every few days and bang out several at a time, or do you make a beat Kanye style? LOL. Love the work, bro. Keep up the vibes. Thank you. So yeah, it's funny you asked that, because juggle living life, I mean, I don't have a whole lot going in my life right now. I work on music every day. Some days I might make like 5 beats, some days I only make 1. It really just depends. So the biggest thing for me is time blocking. Chris the Sith says, have you ever had the desire to solo produce an album or become a professional MC doing tours? Solo produce an album, that'd be super dope. Professional MC, no. I'm not a rapper. I never will be. It'd be super dope to tour as a DJ slash beat maker, producer. I'm not really a DJ. I think if I were to go like do shows and stuff, I'd want to learn. Last question by Flux Music Group. This one was kind of already asked, but which producer influenced your style the most? I would say the #1 producer that influenced my style the most is Jay Dilla. At the end of the day, it's just capturing a vibe, and that's what Dilla beats do for me. And that's what I hope to do. So, alright, so that's it for the questions, guys. Once again, thank you so much. We reached 20K. If you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, I'd love to have you. Putting out beats every single day, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn that little bell on for those notifications, and we'll see you guys soon.